All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. It is approved. And we will move on to payroll. This is payroll number 11. Pre-approval was given on 5/21/2025 for pay dated 5/23/2025. And the amount was $694,688.01.
So moved.
I will second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Payroll number 11 is approved. Mr. Polling, in our packet, we have minutes for May 19th, 2025. Do you have any questions or concerns about those? I looked them over. Everything looked okay to me.
They look okay to me. I make a motion to go ahead and approve the minutes for May 19th, 2025.
I'll second that motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. I believe that does it for current claims, minutes, and payroll. We will show the monthly report from the clerk as received. Move on to communications and board updates, elected officials, board, special committees. Anybody? EMA report?
There.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mr. Hicks. Well, I believe that brings us to you.
Good morning.
morning.
Our current staffing levels as of this morning is 11 full-time dispatchers, 4 center training officers for a total of 15. We have 3 openings for full-time dispatchers. We have 6 part-time dispatchers. We have 2 dispatchers that completed their in-house training this past week. So they have been released on their own. We have 1 still in training. We have 5 interviews today. We have testing for 2 candidates who interviewed a week ago today as well. On 5/21, I did attend the council meeting and spoke in reference to their hiring freeze ordinance. I was granted an exception to that freeze as not to exceed 18 dispatchers. So I will not have to go to the council to get permission to hire as long as I don't exceed the 18. Questions?
I do not.
Nope.
All right. Thank you. You all have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to IT report.
I don't have anything.
Nothing today? All right.
Next time.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Highway Department. Are you doing all right?
I'm doing all right.
That was kind of a close one, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, glad you're with us.
Yes. Update you on a few projects. We're getting ready for the auction. That's going to be June 13th at the Highway Garage. I provide you gentlemen with a list of all the vehicles that we'd like to sell with their VIN numbers and everything. I guess I was just asking request to sign off on the titles and put my position. That's what I've done in the past. Whatever's on the title. If the people pay with cash, we get the title that day. If not, we hold it till the check clears and then we mail it to their location or business or whatever it is. If that's all right. So
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Yep. No problem.
okay. We did get the truck that we sold to Jonesboro delivered last week, and then I also get the truck to Mike for maintenance department to use. So we've got those 2 already removed and out of our inventory. I talked with Brad Klein on the EMS building to make sure that tore down is going to be enough area for him to build a new facility. And he said it was, so I've checked with that. We'll probably do the pad this fall or to wait and see what we need to do when it comes time. So we're gonna hold on it for right now. So, but where the building's gonna go is plenty of room, so.
Appreciate that, Dave.
Our plan is to start paving this week on some roads with our pug mix. And what Kevin brought up about filling positions. I have one gentleman that's gonna be retiring the end of this week. And then, of course, we still have the assistant superintendent's position. So I do have to ask for some additional funding. So I also am gonna request that we don't fill those positions to make sure they're all right with that. So I will ask that at the next council meeting. So just update you on that. So,
Okay.
the other thing I had to bring up today was back in February, you guys made a motion to take County Road 350 East in on our inventory. And Mr. Poling, you weren't here for that meeting, but you and Shane approved it. But the only thing was when the meeting minutes came out, it says that Mr. Stewart made a motion to accept it and seconded by by Shane, but it was never voted on. And so
Oh,
I highlighted.
we skipped over the voting part.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The important part.
I have to have that for state tax. So I guess
Mr. Harker, what was it? We just need to vote.
Was it
that now.
actually voted on or did the minutes not reflect?
the minutes didn't reflect it, and I have to hand a copy in with the minutes saying that.
On the YouTube, was there an actual vote though?
I believe, I'm not,
If, I would expect there would be. If that was the case, then we could amend
Just amend the
in order
minutes.
to do that.
I just have to have something saying
Sure.
it was
If it-
approved.
Yeah.
Mr. Harker, if it was not, if she goes back and reviews, if it was not, then it needs to be voted on. in the
Yes, we'll bring
Next,
back the next meeting and have it approved.
is
How
that,
quick you need it, Dave?
I just want to get it in and I have to have it saying that they accept it. I guess if it's just as easy to make another motion, vote on it, and
that's what I'm
It would
wondering.
be faster that way.
Okay.
that would be easy if
I
you
would go
could.
ahead and do
Yeah.
that.
It's County Road 350 East, just north of 200 north to the dead end is all was voted on before to be in the county's inventory. So
You, even though you weren't here, are you comfortable with doing that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Is that a motion then?
Yes, that's a motion.
I'll second that motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 And then the only other thing I was gonna bring up is I'm still, don't wanna forget that stop sign ordinance. I think Connor was doing that.
Oh, yeah, where you gonna put it?
300 west and 200 south, so I just don't wanna forget that to make sure. we get
200
that.
west.
300 west and 200 south.
Okay.
We need to make it a four-way stop there instead of a two-way. That's all I have unless you gentlemen have anything.
I don't believe I do.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I did buy a drum cutter and if anybody needs it.
All right, we will move on to old business SBS digitizing project. Ms. Harris. Mrs. Harris.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for your time.
Sure.
This has been an ongoing process. I believe it was, I did go to the council and they approved the use of the clerk's perpetuation fund to perpetuate the records. So now it's a matter of the contract. If you bringing it back to the commissioners to sign the contract, if you.
Is that correct, Mrs. Harris? $260,916.85.
Right, taken not from the general fund, but from the clerk's perpetuation fund.
Gotcha. Any questions for Mrs. Harris, Commissioner Polling?
Nope. I make a motion that would pass county clerk's $260,916.85 for redigitizing records from our perpetuation fund.
Motion by Commissioner Polling. I will second that motion. Any other questions or discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 And I do have the contract.
Is that just Shane?
Shane's got to sign it.
For the acting president.
That's the president.
Is it okay for me to sign it?
That'd be fine.
Okay,
Mhm.
I'll go ahead and sign it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you,
Thanks,
ma'am.
Jim.
Have a good day.
You too, thank you.
We will move on to new business, bank account ordinance. Mr. Harker.
Yes.
There it is.
There we got it. Yep. Is that better? Thank you.
Like I say, you should be good. But you, I would probably have it a little bit up here. That way. Yeah, that's.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart. In conjunction with Mr. Middlesworth, we have drafted an ordinance consolidating all of the county funds, the county treasurer, prohibiting separate bank accounts with the exception of certain offices. They are the clerk, sheriff, recorder, probation, community corrections, emergency management services, and convention visitors bureau are allowed to maintain their own accounts. If Mr. read it in its entirety, it's up to you.
If you don't mind, Mr. Harker, if you
Sure.
could just maybe in layman's terms, just basically tell the public what this is doing. I don't know that we necessarily need to read the whole thing.
Okay.
but
So first, it requires all the funds except the ones, the offices that I mentioned, to consolidate their funds with the treasurer. Those that are keeping their own individual accounts are going to be required to provide monthly statements to the commissioners, auditor, and treasurer on or before the 5th day of the month. The Grant County treasurer is to be added as a user of the account so as to provide for continuity and transparency. The commissioners are to be given read-only access to the accounts. The different office holders are to maintain separate ledgers and financial records, along with the monthly reconciliation. And then at the beginning of each year, each department shall submit a supplemental annual financial report to the county auditor for the inclusion in the county annual financial report. That is the substance of the ordinance in order to allow the commissioners and the auditor and the treasurer to perform their statutory duties, which is to review the funds and ensure compliance with state law.
What ordinance number is this?
6.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Harker.
You're welcome.
Any questions or concerns, Commissioner Polling, for Mr. Harker at this time?
No.
So I'll entertain a motion to approve ordinance 6-25.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Polling. I will second the motion. Approving ordinance 6-25, an ordinance requiring the deposit of all county funds by the county treasurer and prohibiting separate bank accounts by county offices. Any other questions? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's approved. We will move on to disposal of personal property memo. Mr. Harker.
Sure. Thank you. I had previously been asked to look into how different department heads and officials in the county can dispose of surplus property. And I provided an outline in the form of a memorandum that specifies the terms in which have to be met in order to sell surplus property. The basics are if any individual item is more than $1,000 or collectively more than 5,000, an auctioneer in a public sale must, a public sale must occur with appropriate notice. So it just summarizes the statutory thresholds which have to be complied with in order to move certain surplus property. Once you reach a certain threshold, you have to go through more process. Whole purpose of that is to try to maximize the benefit for the taxpayers. So I have outlined that. Feel free to circulate that to the different department heads for their review as well.
Thank you, Mr. Harker.
You're welcome.
Mr. Polling, do we have any questions for Mr. Harker at this time?
No.
Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to approve disposal of personal property memorandum.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Polling to approve. I will second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. So moved. We are going to, at this time, we're going to table item number 3 under new business, and we will move on to ratification of pre-approval, J&J Electric. Find that. On Tuesday, May 27th, Commissioner Middlesworth, as president, pre-approved $30,059 for a new pump. Is that correct, Commissioner Polling?
It's a new pump, a
New-
cab light. It's several items
Several.
for the 911 elevators.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes. So on May 27th, Commissioner Middlesworth pre-approved this, and we are ratifying its pre-approval at this time.
So moved.
I will second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. That is approved. And then we have one other item that I need to add to the agenda under new business. And that is to make Beth Winters our interim administrator for now. And then to vote on advertisement for the executive administrator position. You have any questions or discussion on that, Commissioner Polling?
No.
Okay.
So I moved to make Beth Winters the intern administrator.
I will second that motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And then we also need a motion to approve the advertisement for the executive administrator position.
So moved.
I'll second that as well. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Mr. Polling, that concludes our new business. Do you have anything that you want to add to the agenda at this time?
No, I do not.
We will move on to public comment. At this time, the public is invited to speak before the board. Please approach the podium when recognized by the president, or in this instant, vice president. State your name, address, concerns, or comments. No complaints, accusations, or name calling regarding personnel can be allowed during the public discussion time. A time limit of 3 minutes will be given. If more than one person is presented for a group, only one spokesperson will be heard. It's expected that professionalism and courtesy be displayed at all times during the public comments portion of this meeting. Is there anybody that would like to speak at this time? Good morning, Mr. Street.
Good morning, Commissioner Stewart, Commissioner Polling, Ms. Jarvis, Mrs. Winters, Attorney Harker. I'm Dallas Street. I live outside of Marion. I'm here today to make a comment about some of the changes in the county, some which have already happened, some that I think citizens need to happen. An example of good change in the last 18 months is Commissioner Stewart, as president, recommending and pushing for a moratorium on the solar issue. Not everyone was read into the solar issue, but it was pretty big for a large part of this county. Without that moratorium, we may not have been successful. I'm here today to request another change, a change in the way things happen within the complex. Public service is a privilege and a duty, and I would like to challenge all commissioners and all elected officials to conduct themselves in a manner of respect and honor to all citizens and constituents, and to address their concerns with humility and respect, especially in the face of difficult situations and flared tensions. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Street. Well put. Very well spoken. Very well said. Anybody else at this time? Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Linda Sutton. I live at 1221 South, 350 East Marion. And I'm here because of concern of what's happening in my neighborhood. 2 years ago, a special zoning permit was issued of a business across the street from me. At that time, I went to the county health department to ask about sewage, containment of sewage in a septic system for this business that advertised at least 350 people. I was told at that time that it was, he was on city sewer, that it was not a concern. I didn't have to worry about a failing septic system, and if that system being able to handle 350 more people. I have come to find out since then, they have had numerous failures of that lift station. The people in that subdivision have pumped raw sewage onto the ground, into the stream bed that runs into Luger Creek and then the river. I have since found out they have been fined by the Indiana Department IDM, that they were fined with it, but that's 2 years ago. And just now it's being fixed. And that's part of it is thanks to the commissioners that's being taken care of. I've asked to have land sampling done to see what damage has been done around that area. My kids used to play in that little creek, and I'm sure the kids in the subdivision and the kids in what used to be Stonecrest Manor and the trailer park, I'm sure they play in that little creek that runs through there. What's happening now out there is they are starting to renovate the old Roosevelt School, which is Hope City, and already twice they've done illegal burning on the school property and on Mr. Young's property. How do we prevent that from them just keep taking the stuff out of the building and burning it? The event center, before it was renovated, was full of black mold. And as far as I know, because he didn't get the correct permits to have that renovated and taken care of, you have no idea what he did with all that material with the black mold on it.
Your time's up.
That
ma'am.
time,
Your time's
Well,
up.
if you could just put a real quick bow on it, ma'am, or yeah, time's up. If you got
No.
you got a couple more
You
seconds.
can
If you just want to
just
wrap
put
it
a
up.
bow on it and tell us.
well, I'm lost my train of thought, but I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
how do we stop him from just burning that material that they're taking out of that school? Because it's had a roof leak, and I'm sure there's lots of black mold in there now. I mean, this is just another health concern that he chooses not to follow the rules.
Have you contacted the area plan, the code enforcement?
No, I was gonna go up there today.
Yeah, I would, they just got somebody new there, so I would go up there and definitely see them. They could probably help you.
Okay.
Mr. Glade, possibly.
Look into that.
Yeah, we can.
Thank you. There's the guy you need to talk to, ma'am. So
Yeah.
you can start with him. Yep. Thank you.
I'm Lois Jones and Vice President of the BZA. Mrs. Sutton.
What's your address, ma'am?
Oh, 3982 North Grove Road. Okay. What's happening with her problem? We're going to address that, I think in a meeting, the 16th of this month, to find out what's going on here, because there's a lot of issues there. And what he asked for, that special exception, this would be our 2-year to examine, as he kept everything under the code. We're going to address that on the 16th of January. I mean, the June. Yeah, to feel like, well, what's going on here? Because she does have an issue, and it's a serious issue. And what she said is spot on. And so we're just going to find out on the 16th what's going on here.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you. Anybody else at this time?
Morning. His name is Edward Bounds. I live at 1526 South Florence Street. I'm only going to be real brief. I was at Morning Star yesterday evening for a revival. I ate good. The women told me to tell the commissioners that you guys are doing a great job. They're behind you 100%. And that was my job, to come here this morning and deliver that message. They love you, they're praying for you, and they say, keep up the good work. So I come here to deliver that message so I can continue to eat at those gatherings.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bounds.
Jackie Sheets, Southern Grant County. I just want to thank the commissioners for their wonderful job they've been doing so far this year. It's only been 5 months. They've already made the roof repair for the juvenile detention center, hauling truckloads of obsolete equipment from the county complex, remodeling new break room and conference room in the county complex, remodeling a room for boating equipment storage, a roof repair for the Saline Bank building, remodeling a courtroom for the lower court referee. They've done a lot, and I want to tell you all, thank you very much. You're doing an awesome job.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else at this time? Going once. All right. Our next meeting, the Board of Commissioners will meet on Monday, June 16th, and we are in recess. Thank you.